Hello, Seasonal Vantage Insiders, Alex here. So today's date, it is the 15th of July, 2024, as usual, a Monday. Today, as I'm doing this video, the time now is a bit earlier than usual. It is about 10:45 a.m. All right, so just a very quick reminder over there. So last week, I held the members only webinar. So in case you want to have a recap or you missed it, okay, you can head over to the members area over there, okay, and watch the replay. It is on the latest post over here. Okay, so I share about the Elder Force Index, some of the market update, okay, and also the Q&A and how I enter, how I exit. So basically, especially useful for the new members, okay, and if you are so-called seasoned member already, right? So this will be a very good refresher for you. And of course, I also do a recap on the Elder Force Index, the secret, Swiss Army knife too. Okay, over there. Okay, so do watch the webinar over there. So just a very quick recap on what was mentioned last week over there. So last week, okay, was a pretty good week, right? So last week, the market update on the 8th of July, the usual Monday weekly video. So I mentioned about a few stocks over there. Okay, so like F5 Network, FFIV, and also MDOX, DOX, American States Water, AWR. All this had a very good run up because of the small cap bullishness. Okay, so as I mentioned, okay, why the not that I mentioned that. I mean, actually John actually emailed me and asked me. So he why the narrative was, of course, the Federal Reserve Power actually said about something about interest rate and such. I mean, after the CPI data was out, there was anticipation that in September, okay, it will be a rate cut. So the probability of the rate cut increased to about 90+%. Okay, so that would cause some of the smaller company, they are very sensitive to the interest rate and risk and all these to search. But of course, that was the narrative. But we all know the Magnificent Seven, essentially the mega caps has been rallying all the way, and the small cap actually underperformed for quite a while already. So it's not surprisingly, okay, for the small cap to actually starting to come back again, the funds rotate back into the smaller cap company. So I mean that you can see over there, this is S&P 500, okay, has just been surging all the way, okay, while the small cap, like for example the Russell 2000, it is underperforming for quite a while. So it's not surprisingly that the small cap actually outperform the big caps right now. All right, so for example, the one that I mentioned, like the one that was very good, as I mentioned during the webinar, right? Okay, I entered into AWR, American States Water, and also the F5 Network, FFIV. Okay, can see that AWR, American States Water, when I first mentioned, okay, I said that wait for price to stay above the wash line. It was somewhere around here over there. Okay, after that, then price just hit higher. Okay, easily at least 2R, okay, or above. Okay, so I exited at 1.5R, which is somewhere around here, this candle over there. So I already exited AWR. Okay, that we are also overextended for AWR. Okay, it is good to take profit off the table. Whatever it is you want to trail, take some profit, take half profit, whatever it is. Okay, have some exit plan in place or protect your profit. Okay, and the FFIV also a very good run. Okay, even though not as good as the AWR, but when I first mentioned, okay, it was here. Okay, so price went up, so I also exited with a 1.5R profit, which means that, okay, if I risk $100 absolute dollar, I got back $150. That's my profit. Okay, and MDOX, okay, I did not enter because when I first saw it on Monday, it was the price action not really that good. Okay, so I skipped that, so only enter on FFIV and also AWR. But eventually, okay, MDOT also had a rally higher also. So it was a pretty good week for the small caps. Okay, so this was the one. And previously, okay, I think I mentioned CDSN, is it previously? Okay, I think, yeah, CDSN. I'm still holding on to CDSN, okay, CDSN. All right, so later I'll go through. Actually, for CDSN, it's one of the listed stocks this week. The rest I already exited already, okay. CTSH, I got stopped out, okay. CTSH, I got stopped out. CTSH, previously I got stopped out. Okay, but after I got stopped out, okay, price just boom all the way up, okay, can't be helped, but nevertheless, I want you to understand the, the power of, when your profits, okay, is higher, your reward to risk ratio is higher, okay, like 1.5 and above, right, okay, you can lose, okay, like 50% of the trade, okay, you can still be profitable. All right, so you can see that even CTSH, I lose 1R, but the rest of the stocks that also make pretty well, okay. So this is for the CTSH, I got stopped out. Okay, so for this coming week, okay, yeah, let's head over to the S&P 500 first. SPX, I use the cash index first. So once again, the zero gamma, it is at about 5545, okay, 5545, okay. For those who are newer member, if you don't know what it is, okay, never mind. As long, you remember that if price break below 5545, there could be increased volatility, which means that there could be more downside to go and the market could start selling off. All right, so 5545 is the zero gamma level where there's a positive gamma and negative gamma between the options dealer position. Okay, and also just to take note, right, the options expiry, it is this coming week. This coming on the 19th of July. So I think I mentioned before, OPEX 2024, the options expiry week, okay, July 19th. So, as I mentioned, I think for the past 2 weeks already, I said that, options expiry, I tend to be more bullish, okay. So the window period for this coming week is pretty short, okay. So it could be, until this week. So again, the market could just maybe just range or go a little bit higher until option expiry. That's my personal opinion. Okay, after OPEX 19th of July, there could be a little bit more downside. Okay, but I don't know how low the market will go. I think that there could be some weakness. There could be some weakness. That's my personal view. But once again, that is just my opinion. We take one day at a time. So yeah, so I mean that, if you're running bullish, this week is the last week to go. So be more careful heading into options expiry next week. Okay, so for more insights, okay, I will talk more about all this in the usual Monday live stream at night at 10:30 p.m. So I think during the webinar, there was, one member who asked me, if I watch the weekly video update, do I still need to watch the Monday live stream? So as I mentioned, right, on Monday live stream, I do cover some other things as well, okay, which is not covered in today's weekly video, because, weekly video, I just want to keep it short and focus on some of the watch list stocks that I'm looking out for, okay, and some of the trade ideas and such, okay, could be mentioned in the Monday video live stream as well. Monday video live stream, because after I have done this video, I'll take some time for me to research more and have more so-called findings. Then I will mention it during the live stream on Monday. Okay. So yeah, so I'll just focus on this coming week. So you can see that even for the S&P futures, all has been climbing up already. Even for Nasdaq coming up already. Even though, of course, for the past last 2 days or so trading days, the market has been coming down. While the Russell 2000, there was a surge up, so it really outperformed the main indices. Okay, so looking for this week, right, I'm still looking for the small cap to actually outperform the big caps lah. Okay, I'm still looking at that. So and after I browse through many of the stocks, right, okay, a lot of stocks have already ran up already. So don't chase. If you feel FOMO, stick to the plan. Don't chase. Okay. It is okay not to trade. Okay. In fact, for this coming week, also not a lot of stocks to look at, because many have ran up already and don't have a pullback. So I don't want to chase. So it is okay, if we miss some of the trades out there. Okay. All right. So just to head over to the data over there. So this is the data. Okay. Before I go into that, okay. So this is the this is the stock traders almanac. Okay, so this is based on today's date, 15th of July. Okay, yeah, Dow is up 15 of the last 20 Monday lah. Okay, all right, but okay, only for Dow. You can see that for S&P and Nasdaq, the ratio actually, the percentage win is actually not very high. But typically you can see that heading into the OPEX week, like 17, 18, there's a bull over there. So the market is still pretty bullish. But on July expiration date, okay, Dow is down 15 of the last 23 options expiry, 23 years. Okay, and you can see that even for S&P and Nasdaq also not very good. So basically we have a very short window, okay, maybe until 4 days of swing trade to take advantage of maybe a little bit of upside. Okay, so do be more careful on that. So for this coming week, all right, let's head over to the ETF. For this week, it is from 14 to 21st of July. Okay, I already filtered that. Okay, 14 to 21st of July. So there's no 14, so it's 15, 18, 19, no 21st, so it's 15, 18, 19. All right, so at one glance, okay, you can see that, okay, basically all of the bullish side of ETF are all the bonds. Of course, the most famous one, it is actually the TLT. So from 15th of July to 26th of July, for the past 13 years, 12 years, it went up during this favorable period. So let's head over to the TLT. Okay, actually, I mentioned that during the Facebook Live also. You can see that, it is starting to go higher already. So previously, I said that, July, it tends to be, during this period, it tends to be favorable. So, there could be more upside to go. So the best time to enter it is actually, when price hit the CPR there, okay? But, if you never look at that, you might miss that. But nevertheless, okay, for now, I think, there could be a little bit more upside to go, at least to test the resistance level out there. But again, stick to the usual trigger. There's no wash and rinse trigger as of now. So, maybe not advisable to chase. So we can skip that. Not if you really want to enter, up to you. But personally, I already have a position previously in TLT, already exited. Okay. All right. But I won't be entering TLT for now. But just purely looking at the price action, you can see that there is a shooting star, a pin bar. So which means that there could be some of the retail traders shorting the market, seeing the bearish candle out here. Okay. And then on Friday, price reverse back up again. So I think there's a good chance, okay, the market might, at least head higher to test the previous swing high over there. Okay, so it's entirely up to you how you're going to trade it. Okay, but for me personally, there's no trigger for me to enter into TLT now. So I will skip that. But overall, you can see the data that, all the bonds are pretty bullish right now. At one glance, this is how you infer from the data that, basically, the bonds market, it is pretty bullish. And the only so-called specific industry, okay, that is pretty highlighted here, it is actually this, okay, S&P Insurance ETF, 18 July to 19 August. For the past 10 years, 9 years, it went up during this period. But for now, okay, KIE has also ran up. So my advice is not to chase it, okay, not to chase, don't FOMO, okay, just let it go, okay. If I really want to enter, at least you'll have to wait for a pullback and then a possible, okay, wash and rinse setup. So for now, there's no entry trigger, so won't be chasing that. Okay, so for this coming week, the stocks data, okay, I've also already filtered from 14 to 21st. Once again, there's only 15, 18, and 19 July. So not a lot of stocks for this coming week over there. Okay, so the stock that I actually have, okay, let me just show you this just a moment. Okay, so as I mentioned before, I actually input my watch list of this week's stocks into this market in now. screener. So this is my personal, what portfolio screener lah, watch list lah. Can see that, this week, okay, there's a few big companies, okay, like Apple, AMD, CDNS. CDNS I mentioned previously in my weekly video. I said I mentioned CDNS. So CDNS, I'm still holding on to it. Okay, it was previously, it was here. Okay, go up, consolidate a while. Let's see whether this week price can continue to go higher or not for CDNS. Okay, there is no trigger for the past few days. Okay, but it is just a pullback over there. Okay, once again, I don't advise you to to chase or whatever it is lah. But again, if you really want to enter, it is entirely up to you. But for me, I already have a position a bit earlier, so the profit, there was some slight profit over there. So this is CDNS. Okay, and then Apple, okay, Apple stock, it is this. Okay, Apple. So if you take a look at Apple, okay, Apple, it is over there. Okay, from 18th of July to 1st of August, actually the Windows period is quite actually not very long. Okay, it's 15 calendar days for the past 15 years. Okay, 93% of time, okay, it went higher, which means out of the past 15 years, 14 years, it went higher. Okay, so again, you can see that it was a very good run previously. I had a position in Apple, so it went up, I take profit. Okay, so right now Apple, it is only a 1 day pullback. Okay, there is a wash and rinse setup. You can see price closed lower than the prior day low. Okay, the prior day low, it is on the 10th of July, Wednesday. The prior day low, it is 229.25. 229.25. Okay, and then on Friday, price actually closed higher than the wash line. Okay, so personally, I would prefer more pullback lah. Okay, but okay, it fulfilled the criteria. Okay, there is a favorable period, and there is also a wash and rinse setup and trigger. So technically, if you want to enter, not wrong. Okay, let's see whether this coming week price can continue to hit higher. As of now, I have no position in Apple, but I'll prefer, I don't really prefer the bigger cap and also like such a minor pullback. So this is not my first choice of entry for Apple. So let's see tonight how is it first. Okay, another one that I'm looking at is actually ENV. This is Invest Net over there. Okay, Invest Net over there. All right, so this is based on, again, my discretionary view. So if you look at the 2-day time frame, right, okay, price is still above the cloud, even though on the daily time frame, okay, price, is below the cloud and below CPR, okay, but based on 2-day, okay, it is still above the cloud. So overall, it is still in an uptrend, and especially, okay, I can see that there is also a kind of a pin bar also, like daily. Okay, there's also a pin bar, also shooting star. It actually will trap a lot of retail trader to go short. Okay, but if price cannot go down lower and go higher, then it'll be pretty favorable. Of course, price has to actually get past the CPR and the cloud. But overall, okay, I think can take a look at ENV. This is one of the few that passes the criteria. I mean, that something that's to watch out for lah. Okay, and then you can see that the setup, it is actually potential wash and rinse is over this bar. So this is the day on Wednesday where price closed lower than the prior day low over there. So the prior day low, it is actually 62.15. 62.15. Okay, so let's see whether this coming week, okay, price can actually close higher than 62.15. Okay, all right. So of course, the immediate resistance is somewhere around the cloud here, about $64. So there could be some upside to go. So ENV. So let's take a look at the data over there. ENV is over there. Okay, 15th of July to 26th of July. Okay, it is a pretty short window period. Okay, yeah, so basically it's a hit and run if price really goes up. For the past 10 years, 9 years, it went up during this period. Okay, another thing I want you to take note, it is actually the so-called the energy sector. Energy sector. Okay, so you can see from the chart there, crude oil, okay, it is actually, have some rebound over here. Okay, overall, okay, if you're talking about midterm, I think crude oil could be like heading down like that. But, within this short window period, okay, as I mentioned during the webinar, if you know exactly what you want to look at, okay, then the equity clock will be something good for you to search, okay. So you can see for the equity clock, right, the energy sector, okay, in July, okay, it seems to have some upside until the end of July before the market, before the crude oil energy sector will continue to go down lower, okay, go down lower. So from now to maybe until the end of July, there could be some upside, okay? And then can see crude oil futures like July, okay, maybe a little bit upside until the end of July, and then price will go down lower, maybe until the end of that kind of end of August, that kind of thing. Okay, so seasonally, this is what it does. Okay, all right. So yeah, in case you want to know how to search, right? Okay, it is very simple. You just head over to equity clock. Okay, equity clock. You just scroll down a little bit further. Under here, you just type XLE and search. As I mentioned during the webinar, right, this is only good if you know exactly what you want to look for. Okay, but the issue with equity clock is that it does not give you the specific dates. Okay, and it only fixed at 20-year range. So there's no specific dates. There's only a chart. So you only roughly estimation agak-agak know where is the seasonal period. Okay, for the exact seasonal period, you still have to look at my data as well. Okay, so the other one that I'm looking at, it is actually the last one that I'm looking at is oil and gas sector. It is actually MPC. Is it MPC? Yeah. Yeah, MPC. Okay, Marathon Petroleum Corp. 18 July to 31st of July. That's in line with what we see from equity clock, right? Yeah, maybe to the end of July. For the past 12 years, 11 years, it went higher. So MPC. Okay, so for MPC, okay, so of course, after a series of downtrending side, it is starting to go lower, and a break below this classic horizontal support area, and it seems that right now it is starting to go higher. So if you actually look at the Elder Force Index with the 3 ATR, it is also showing an overextended move to the downside. So potentially there could be some rebound. Okay, so, and you can see that, there was a wash and rinse trigger on a Thursday. Okay, so the wash and rinse trigger is actually in fact, on Thursday. So on Wednesday, where price closed lower than the prior day low. So the prior day low, it is actually 162.82. 162.82 over there. Okay, and then after that, okay, price on Thursday, price closed above the wash line. Okay, and then on Friday, price also stay above the wash line, touched the wash line and rebounded. So I think for MPC, still didn't really move a lot. So I'm looking to enter MPC this week. So we shall see how the market open tonight. Okay, so MPC is one that I'm looking out for. So MPC, Marathon Petroleum Corp, and the other one that I'm looking out is actually ENV. Okay, ENV not the best choice, but also keep a lookout for that ENV, and also AAPL. Apple also not my best choice, but as I mentioned, this week a lot of stocks have already ran up already, so really not the best of the time to actually enter. So it is okay, if you want to just trade one or two, don't get overexposed, especially since OPEC is until the end of this week only. All right, so for more information and such, right, stay tuned to my live stream tonight at 10:30 p.m. So with that, thanks so much, and I wish you guys have a very good week ahead. Thank you and bye-bye.